French word. So it's not spelled the same. It's not F-E-L-L.
Yeah.
It's F-E-L-D, like a felled seam.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is called a flat felled seam. And it's basically the two fabrics are going into here and they hook together like this. And then you sew on top of them.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, so it makes the seams really strong. They usually do it on jeans, but actually modern jeans now, they don't do it that often because it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Because it takes so much thread. This is the machine that takes the most thread. It takes 6 spools of thread.
Like, where do you put the fabric when you're doing
That's a good question. Here, I can show you the setup. So, this guy, he looks like an angry octopus, but really, it's just, this is like a motor, and this is where all the threads come through. It's really not as complicated as it looks. It has this on button right here, and I have my foot that would lift the presser foot, but I don't have the air on. Well, actually, no, he's lifting. And the go switch, basically, the pedal. And I would take 2 pieces of fabric. I don't have 2, but I would put one in here, and it goes through this special guide,
Oh, wow.
and one twirls this way, and then the other one twirls around this way.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
And so then they can lock together, and then it goes underneath this foot, and it has 3 needles because it's stitching extra, like it's stitching 3 different straight stitches. So it's really not too complicated. But then underneath, well, this one just has 2, but underneath this is a little bit different than a straight stitch. It's called a chain stitch. And so instead of, like if you're hand sewing, you have one thread that's, or well, more machines. If you're sewing with a sewing machine, you have one thread that's on top, one thread that's on the bottom, and they sort of knot together and then they come back up. And they knot together and they come back up. This one, it's more like a rope. I should understand it more than I do, but basically it does what kind of looks like all these little knots together.
It kind of does it in a chain in some ways.
Exactly, it's a chain. So that's how you can remember it's a chain stitch. I'm not going to demo this one because I don't want to mess with it too much.
It's really good.